All right, so the whole idea is to either create or optimize or understand what your funnel is. So there's four parts of it. The first one is when you capture people's emails or addresses or whatever it is. So that is probably the part that most people are interested in. So um, we will go through that in kind of detail. But so initially you want to capture leads. The next step is you want to nurture leads. You want to communicate with them. You don't want to just get their email and then never email them again, which was happening with a lot of people. So nurturing is the step where you get them more involved, get them familiar with what you're doing, teach them more about you, and get them to work with your business. And what everybody really wants is to convert, where they actually pay you something. So that's a good one too. And then under that is retain and expand, and that kind of involves. By that point, people are kind of like they'll help you sell your service. They already are convinced that you're offering something strong, so you want to give things for them too. And then the four stages of this are awareness. That's when they find you. Consideration, they actually learn enough to decide whether they want to work with you. Converting is where they make the decision to do it. And then the fourth stage is where they kind of become an advocate for you. And so the first stage is the top of the funnel. So you're using social media, you're using search engines. This is where you have to offer something. This is your lead generation stage of things. So, you create something, an ebook that you're giving away, something of value that is more information than salesy. Organic content marketing, well, there's all kinds of ways you can do that. And you can also get people to the top of the funnel and give you their information with blogging, Instagram, obviously all of those places are good for that. This is once they've already given you an email, you're going to want to nurture people at this point. If you're collecting an email, hopefully you find out something about what these people want. So when I ask for people for their email, I kind of ask them, well, what's your marketing challenge? And they might say they want search engine help or a new website. And in my database, I flag that. So I know people who are looking for a website or they're looking for SEO. So that's the segmentation part. And then you can make it easy once you have their email address to have them book a consultation with you possibly, or schedule an appointment to discuss their project. And then at this point, you want to do email drip campaigns. Depending on what you're trying to do, you can come up with a series of emails. It's said commonly that it can take 6 to 10 touch points for clients to get to the point where they know they need you, they're thinking about it, they're still thinking about it a week later. So the drip campaigns help with that. And then once you have these people in a database, when you have a particular offer or you want to send out a newsletter independent of what you've done up to that point, that's the middle of the funnel. So any questions? All right, so the bottom of the funnel, this is where you're talking to people about their particular services that they've let you know they're interested in. You're still going to continue with email. You can do emails that are designed for things that are farther out, so bigger decisions, maybe a whole brand new website as opposed to fixing things. And another good thing at this point is you can use this to re-engage with former clients and, say, that you're still here, you have a new service, you have something really amazing that they should check out. So those are your three. The last stage of the funnel is where you just continue to keep your communication with people. You could do customer satisfaction. You could look at getting testimonials from people. You could create a referral program for somebody who's been very happy with your work, and whatever it would make sense to offer to them, you could have a referral reward. And then depending on the products and services you have, cross-selling, other kinds of services. If somebody worked with you only on SAO, for instance, and you want to get them into something else, you give them information about that. So now where this typically begins is we're talking about lead generation, so we need a lead magnet. So this is a document that I created, Anatomy of Digital Marketing. It's all about building your online presence. I had it written and designed, and this is my lead magnet, and this is what I give away in exchange for somebody's email address. This is kind of what it looks like inside. It's pretty text-based, a lot of lists and ideas, and it tells you, if you're doing things right, what you can expect, and if you're not doing things right, what you're missing out on. So this document covers website design, branding, social media, SEO, and marketing automation. So that's my candy that gets people to sign up. So I have that on my website. It's down here on the right. You see a picture of it. And I am just at this point where I'm really starting to push this out. So it's going to start going out everywhere. I just got a copywriter to write me about 10 emails that I haven't written in the last 6 weeks by myself. So you got to get help when it's taking too long. Call somebody and get your help. So that's the link. That link takes me to this form to download. This is the form I use to capture the email. I hopefully get somebody to tell me what kind of marketing help they're looking for. And then this goes into my database, and that triggers this email to be sent. And that email has the link to the marketing automation ebook. And this is automated. So this is part of how you want to do this funnel, because you have to kind of do this in one platform or it becomes very hard to manage. If you're just collecting emails out of Gmail and putting them somewhere, the marketing automation platform at this point, it tells me how this is all working. It tells me when people download, it tells me when people come to the page, and it's an amazing tool for following this up once you start getting a lot of action on this. It also has a really powerful back end. So I told Kaya about this last week, and I sent her a link, and she followed the steps. She went to my website, filled out the form, downloaded the document, and in my marketing automation, I can see that. So there's Kia right here. It tells me that 6 hours ago, she downloaded this document. And at this point, I have created workflows to send out the subsequent emails. So what I have built is I have 6 or 8 emails that will go out once a week, and they offer a little bit of different information. But at this point, you hope they're kind of interested in what you're talking about because they actually downloaded the ebook. So where's that paper? So I created a bunch of emails. The one is, that they get the ebook. It tells them a little bit about the ebook. The second email is going to be kind of what I would guess would be a problem, a pain point that somebody who would download this might be having as far as website. Maybe their website isn't helping grow their business or something like that. So the next email outlines the problem and explains my solution for that. So problem and solutions, email number 2. A week after that, I give a little more introduction about me, and I send a couple of testimonials of people who were thrilled about what we were able to accomplish. The next email is overcoming objections. So that might talk about return on investment of the money you put into really getting your website going well and what it could be worth for you. So overcoming objections. The next one is a paradigm shift about, hopefully, like if they were to pursue this kind of marketing automation, that could be a paradigm shift for the way they do lead generation or the way they get people into their business. So paradigm shift. And then the 6th email is more salesy. Every one of these emails has call to actions, and they can get in touch with me and make an appointment at any point. The last email is a little more like, now, step on the gas pedal, let's go, let's do this. And then a little later after that, a week or two, and I'm, obviously you could have people unsubscribe. You could have people say, no, I don't need this anymore. But if they've looked at all these emails, and I can tell if they have or they haven't, then if they still haven't done anything, I might give them a promotion of some kind, 20% off on something. So that's really kind of the flow of this. So that's the process. And then Kaya and I talked about a little bit more about how you set this up, because there's a few things happening here. You need a document, you need a website, you need to have a download, you need to have a form on your website. Ideally, your form and all of this is all built into one thing. So when someone downloads this document, my ebook, I don't send them an email. It automatically goes out. And then it sets them up to get the next 6 emails. So marketing automation is how you build those forms and steps and processes to get all this to happen automatically. Because, a year from now, when I'm getting, 150 requests a year or a month or whatever it is, I don't want to, have to deal with that. I want them to go out. I want to come into this dashboard, see who's really responding, and then I know who's worth actually following up in person, who's serious about this. And, you guys have all heard about this. This is how people grow businesses in a serious way. So the next slide. This is just, so I work with the SharpSpring marketing automation platform. This tells me who's coming in, what they did, if they downloaded something, I can come in quickly and I can see what's happening and what isn't. So that's super useful. And these platforms have a ton of tools. So you can monitor emails, you can do A/B testing, Google Ads, web traffic. You build your emails and your forms in a platform like this. So the beauty of it is that you only have to learn one platform, which is amazing, instead of 10 different places to go to do all this. And then you can really track and measure, because if you do all this and you don't figure out what's working, you're not doing it right. You're kind of wasting your time. This is an example of a report. I just sent out an email. It's got how many people I sent it to, open rates, all this stuff. And all the tools have this kind of stuff, but I like going to just one place. So there are a number of tools out there. HubSpot is one that I know people use. SharpSpring is, I am a reseller of SharpSpring. So I pay to use the platform and then I resell it to people. So there's different models for how this works. But that's pretty much the presentation. I'm happy to answer questions. And this is me. You can find me, my website, if you're interested. You can reach out to me through the Pro Group. I'm happy to talk more about this and answer questions.